Broadcast is inappropriate for all ages, right here on Gaming Division. I am Kamurai. We're going to continue on with some Oknytt. Just let me finish Saved by Scrades, because I want to make sure I could do this things. Oh, that's right, I don't get a controller for this one. I got to use the mouse. Alright, so... and I want to make sure that I'm seeing what I'm seeing. There we go. So we got some music. Hopefully my audio is a little louder than last time, and it's not like deafening. So we're gonna go ahead and load up our other game. If you remember, for chapter 2, that's why I gotta go back and rename these. We fought this hag. We were trying to help the wingless Ariel or whatever they're called. And we saved her, and then we ran away from the hag and went into a hole in the ground, and now we're exploring our hole in the ground. So it is very dark. The reflection that you can see is my eyeball and the old. You can see me moving around. So just so you're not out of reference. So that causes a little earthquake, which is cute. The water really doesn't do anything. There's a glass shard there that the fire lit up, and then for whatever reason, wind brought in a twig, which I'm going to try to grab.
The small creature picked up the twig, thinking it might be of some use.
In here we should be safe from her grasp.
The small creature said to its friend, both of them letting out a sigh of relief.
Sorry, I was just really curious. So, I'm just going to yank out this glass shard. Foot-shaped rock. I wonder if I can cut myself.
The creature didn't want to risk cutting itself on the glass shard.
Kind of glad it stopped me, but at the same time...
a rather large piece of glass was sticking out of the foot-shaped rock.
Hello there.
The small creature said, as it watched its distorted reflection in the glass. A large rock shaped like a foot was sticking up from the cave floor. The creature uttered as it put its own tiny foot against the rock to compare sizes.
Sorry, it's such a funny image.
Other than its peculiar shape, the formation felt just like any other rock.
Just realized if I leave that there, then I can't tell what's happening. I can see what's happening. Okay, what do I have in my inventory? Can I scrape this clean yet?
No.
I swear I'm not gonna get... Strange formation to tunnel. Let's go to the strange formation. Sounds like a good song title. Talking about this strange formation. Collapsed floor. Strange stalagmites.
The floor had collapsed into a seemingly endless abyss.
I don't want to have to jump down there later.
I don't think I want to know what's down there.
The creature said to itself as it peered into the darkness.
There is something odd about these pointy rocks.
The creature said to the Alva as it gazed around the room.
Alva, that's the word.
In the middle of the room, there was an odd formation of stalagmites.
Remember, stalactites hang tight to the ceiling.
As the creature touched one of the rocks, it could feel heat emanating from it.
Can I touch the other rock?
As the creature...
Oh, okay. Really doesn't seem to be anything else going on here, so let's do this. No? Oh, they're creatures. Is that a bat? It's gonna fly away. Do I get to talk to it? It's flying away. Okay, so now that I can see that they're things.
The Vata didn't seem to mind that the small creature stroked his beard with its hand.
Brother, I think we've been discovered.
The tall Vata whispered nervously to the short one.
Like Mario
Nonsense,
Brothers.
the short Vata said with a confident look. Just stick to the plan.
But the beast is not leaving.
The tall Vata whispered, making a befuddled face.
Why is the beast not leaving?
As long as our dear brother returns with something to get our belongings out of the hole, we just stick to the plan, all right? The short Vata whispered, giving his brother a stern look.
Do I give him the twig?
Right.
The tall
think that's gonna help.
Vata responded loudly, straightening his back in attention.
I mean, they can tell I'm here.
Vata are
I can
nervous
tell they're
beings that
here.
hide from others by blending in with their environment. They prefer to make their home below the ground, far away from other creatures. Vata are...
Yeah, we just did that. You want a twig?
Yeah.
No, let's go on. Let's keep exploring. We need to figure out more things that are going on.
As they walked through the dark tunnels, the creature turned to the Alva.
I'm sorry you were taken from your home at the lake. I don't know if I could find my way back there.
It said with an apologetic look, but the Alva didn't seem saddened. In fact, she appeared to glow brighter than before, if only by a little.
Ooh. Okay, can't use water here. Fire. It looks like a tree. And bats outside, so...
The moonlight slipped in through a large crack in the wall, illuminating the chamber floor.
Rapping on my chamber floor.
I wonder if we will ever make it out of this somber place.
The creature said to the...
So it's not a tree, but it's a root. I guess there's enough of a
A
difference.
thick root had violently burst through the wall.
I don't know if that's how it happened, guy.
It must take great determination to be able to push through something as hard as rock.
The creature said to itself, as it pondered if it could do the same.
I mean, there's a window right there. You could just jump out it, but why would you want to do that?
The root was sticky from the thick sap sipping through the small holes in the bark.
Okay, so we've got an adhesive of some kind there with the sap. That's interesting. I think that's the first time Earth ever made anything glow. Ooh, a torch. I think wind in tunnels is just gonna...
A wide
make
chasm
noise or
had
something.
split the chamber floor in two.
We sure are lucky there is a bridge over there.
The small creature said to the Alva.
That just seems like a bad thing to say. Like, it just calls for the bridge to collapse.
The torch illuminated the chamber with its fiery glow.
There are a lot of places for me to go look
the
at.
creature silently stared into the...
Yeah, that's great. Okay. So instead of crossing the bridge just right now, let's go to the right and see if we can find anything. There's something on that back wall. Nope, nope. Just stay where you are. Alright, so that lets me put them out. Hand-shaped rock. There's gonna be like a giant or something.
Hand, seemingly made out of stone, had at some point ended up... The creature stared at the large hand for quite some time.
I wonder, does this formation have...
Yes, yes it does.
The large hand felt cold.
Okay, is there anything else stuck in it? Blocked passage. I'm glad I know it's a blocked passage already. So, we're gonna go ahead and take an observation.
Deep within the mountain, far away from any light of day, the Gruffroo lives by herself.
Gruffroo.
Miners have been known to catch a glimpse of her in the corner of their eye.
Oh, it's a witch
Some
from Left 4
claim
Dead.
that she is showing them the location of large ore veins. Others that she is trying to get them to follow her into the tunnels. If
Probably a little bit of
one
both.
is to venture into her domain, be mindful of making noise. If disturbed, she is said to bring the perpetrator to the deepest place within the mountain, where the unlucky being slowly turns into stone.
She's gotta, like, sustain herself somehow.
Noise, noise, always hammering, striking the walls loud. Foul beings, strike, strike, strike. It is not theirs to take.
The Gruffroo mumbled to herself, seemingly not noticing the small creature next to her.
Unforgivable. Strike, strike, strike. The rock falls. A spell. Hide it. Yes. They won't leave. Why? They can't see where to strike. This won't do. My love.
For a brief moment, the Gruffroo's voice became soft.
Soon he will arrive. No. For him to see me like
I feel
this,
for her,
my
and then at the
hands
same time, it's
unsightly.
just
their fault.
nature
Strike,
and people
strike,
have this
strike,
weird
then silence.
idea of possession when it comes to like
Pristine.
land and resources. Sometimes it's that.
The creature was afraid.
Yeah. Okay. That makes sense. And sometimes it's that it belongs to no one. Other times it belongs to me because I'm here and I protect it and so it's strange
I
at
can't
times.
wait to leave these caves behind us. They're a bit creepy, aren't they? Do you know of a place on the outside that could help you get your wings to grow?
The creature asked. The Alva shrugged her shoulders, looking back at it with big eyes.
Oh, well, I'm sure we'll find someone that can tell us what to do.
The creature responded in an unsteady voice.
Oh, they're carvings. I thought they were wall paintings. So let's do this. Let's cause a cave-in. Come on. No? That's what water has done for most of this, is just... It causes a drip somewhere that I can't interact with. Leave it disabled. Oh, so that definitely goes to the outside. And that's got to be the brother that they had talked about before.
Avata was hiding in a dark corner of the chamber, shaking wildly.
Who goes there?
The fat Vata
So we got the tall, the short,
wailed
and the
as
fat.
confidently as he could.
Who are you?
I don't know.
The small creature said with
I
a
think you
troubled
just name
brow.
yourself something eventually.
What do you mean you don't know?
The fat Vata said as his fear turned to curiosity.
I only recently found myself in this world. I don't know where I belong.
The creature stated sadly.
That's odd.
The fat Vata said before turning silent, wondering if that was even possible. After a while, the fat Vata seemed to have regained his focus.
Enough of your petty problems. Mine are far more severe, and they just keep adding up. There I was, playing my flute as I was searching this wretched mountain after something to retrieve my and my brother's belongings with, when she came running towards me. My music must not have been to her liking, I suppose.
The fat Vata said, looking puzzled as he scratched his head.
If she sees me again, I don't know what she will do to me.
Depends if you're
The
quiet or
fat
not.
Vata's eyes slowly filled with fear.
Could you help me sneak past her? You can have my flute, and I'm sure my kin will reward you greatly.
I suppose I could.
The small creature responded, even
So is he in my inventory now? Where'd he go? Yeah, he is. He's in my inventory. Alright, we gotta finish looking at this before we go, though.
robust roots and vines were blocking the small creature's path.
If only my claws were sharp and pointy.
The creature said, looking down at its dainty little hands.
Dainty.
The vines were too... The carvings inscribed on the wall formed a number of strange shapes and symbols.
It's called writing. It's really not, but...
What do you think they mean?
The small creature asked the Alva as it tried to make out the shapes of the mysterious carvings. When the small creature moved its hand across the carvings on the wall, they gave off a faint, almost magical warmth.
Because we know magic is always warm. It's in the handbook. Even ice magic. That just doesn't make any sense at all. So theoretically I should be able to just put him down, but he's allergic to walking, so I gotta take him all the way. I should just be able to click the room that I want to go to. I should have a mini-map. And I guess I give him to his brothers. There we go.
Brothers,
The fat Vata said happily.
Short, tall,
I'm
fat, such
back
bad.
again. It seems my brothers are disappointed with my efforts.
The fat Vata said with a heavy sigh as he awkwardly took his place beside the tall Vata.
If they are not willing to talk, I guess I will have to find you a reward myself.
The fat Vata muttered as he rummaged around on the
they're
floor.
rock
It's
things.
not
Do they have
much,
pockets?
but here you go. I'm truly grateful for your help.
And they obviously have like lungs if he's been playing a flute. Copper wire and the flute. Man, I gotta finish exploring things because I'm not sure. Am I gonna have to distract her at some point? The flute? And then hit her with the twig, and then get eaten. No. So let's go to the river. And the bridge collapses. So let's do this. Some more glowy plants. Water's not available. Interesting, interesting. There's a crack in the floor that is notable, and there's a spider. Chasm.
The chasm continued through the large opening in the wall.
If we fell down there, we might never be able to get back up again.
At some point,
Creature
I'm falling
said,
down
reminding
lower.
itself not to get too adventurous. The creature was
Yeah, that makes sense. What did I do that got a note? Flowing water can be heard on the other side of the cave wall. So, shaped skittish men seem to have lost their belongings during a recent cave-in. Okay. Is there anything at all? Large boulder.
a large boulder had fallen.
Do you think we could climb down there?
The creature asked the alva, who responded by giving it a disapproving look. The small creature pushed with all.
What if we had a lever? Just throw the flute in the chasm. Alright, so there's a large boulder in the large chamber, but that's really about it. The sap's getting me. I want to know what we use the sap for. Oh, good.
Hey you, Sticky Fingers, quit skulking in the shadows and move over to the smelter so I can see you.
Yeah, how about we don't do that?
Oh, I see. A couple of new Sticky Fingers made their way into my mountain. From atop a chest next to the smelter, a crouching Svartalv was glaring at the small creature and its new-found friend. I shall make it simple enough for your tiny minds. Since this mine belongs to me now, I've decided not to give you anything at all. So go away. I've got enough sneaky Sticky Fingers to keep an eye on already. The small creature looked at its friend before trying to talk to the Svartalv.
I apologize for carelessly wandering into your home, but we would never take something that someone else values so highly.
The Svartalv frowned. Of course you wouldn't just decide to take a pleasant walk through the deepest parts of my mountain. Just because I've yet to find any treasure doesn't mean it doesn't belong to me. The Svartalv reached into his pocket before throwing a small rock at the creature. There, worthless piece of rock that you can have. There are plenty of those for you in these walls, Sticky Fingers.
What kind of rock did he give me? Just a rock. Okay. Okay, now I'm waiting. Now I want a rubber band. Because then I have a slingshot.
A large smelter was burning hot in the middle of the old mine, spreading thick smoke throughout the cave.
What incredible heat!
the creature thought as it gasped for air. The small creature
Interesting. There's a hole in the bucket. Look, it's smoke. I'm sure that's not how it happened.
in the far corner of the old mine. There's
The cast is empty.
the creature said after taking a peek inside.
You know better. Scratch the wall, idiot.
The cast was far too heavy for the small creature to carry with it.
He's sitting there
Amongst
watching
the
me.
equipment stood a newly cut wooden pole, which looked to have been used to carry the heavy casts into place.
This stick looks to be able to hold quite a bit of weight.
But it
The
does.
small the creature
He's gonna kill me. Good.
On the ground, there were 4 beds, seemingly too short.
What's normal height for us?
They don't feel very comfortable.
The small creature
I take the beds?
underneath one of the blankets, the small creature found
Oh.
an old stringless bow.
Interesting. I essentially just have an arraignment of sticks at this point. That's all a bow is. I don't care about your treasure chest. I really don't. If I can take the pickaxe, I'm taking the pickaxe.
The earthquake had rocked the pickaxe.
So I take the pickaxe back to the Vados and I just commit Vadicide, right? Right? Good, I'm glad we're all on the same page. Tried up river. Let's try something. Oh, I could try to give him the coin to the Spartle. He might have liked that. Hit her with the stick. Okay. If I can use a pickaxe on the vines, I will. Otherwise, we'll move on. Of course, that's not how it happened. Alright. Had to try hitting her with the bigger stick. Is there stuff over here? I was gonna bend the copper wire into tweezers to get the glass out. I don't know about that. Seriously? Come on. I used the big stick on the boulder, but not the pickaxe. I'm confused. Oh, does it cause water to flow? Amazing. So I can't interact with boulder or the thing, but now we have water. Which should change a lot.
Water had begun to flow through the chasm.
And how deep could it be if we managed to fill it with water? Sorry, this is a personal curiosity here. If I use the water now, it's still actually... So I didn't deplete whatever water source it is, and it's just... Now it's diverting some. I don't know. Oh, wait. Can I finally wash this tablet? I really feel like I just missed some things. Come on. Talking about this strange formation.
It's all ruined. We can't eat this, the short
Oh, no.
Vater said, waving his tiny arms in the air.
Brother, the beast has returned.
The tall Vater said, tapping his brother on the shoulder. The plan, the short Vater cried out.
This is where they
A box was
pretended to
The
be.
contents of the box seems to be damaged.
The small creature reached down into the box and found an old mushy apple.
That doesn't have anything to do with the water.
The remain
That was the best of it? Was an old mushy apple? He likes talking to me.
You have to excuse my brother's cold reception. They just want their belongings back.
Okay.
You have to
So none of them are going to talk to me.
You have to
So I'm assuming this Svartal has their belongings as it was. Ah, the fucking stupid bird. Forgot. Okay, and then the earth is what lets me see them as Vata instead of rocks. There's gotta be like a stringy vine or something. What are my clues? The skulking being has clearly expressed all glimmering objects in the mountain belong to him. While there's glass glimmers, the skittish men seem to have lost their belongings in a recent cave-in. Apparently a woman wants to prepare herself for a lover's arrival. There are oddly shaped rock formations throughout the tunnels. Are there? I feel like there's just the one, and I've been talking to it. Okay, so I got the water flowing. And I wish I was better at some of these. Just throw a rock out. What about the apple?
Noise, noise, always hammering, striking. They won't leave.
Okay. There's nothing for me to interact with here. Can't. That. Alright, let me go talk to the Svartle. He might want the copper wire. He might want the coin. So I gotta do something with this cast.
You two again. It's simple. Anything that shines belongs to me. Every precious gem inside this mountain. Sticky fingers, all of you. Don't you try to fool me. I know everything that goes on within this place. More.
Like, I really care.
Would this allow me to use the
There we go.
smelter?
The small creature asked. The Svartalv bit into the iron coin before putting it into his pocket. Look at that, Sticky Fingers. You had something of value after all, and now you don't. Fine, don't pester me anymore. Use the smelter.
How am I gonna use the smelter?
A large smelter was burning hot in the middle of the old mine, spreading thick smoke throughout the cave.
What incredible...
Like, I'm pretty sure I'm supposed
The
to...
small creature.
What am I supposed to do?
The cast was
Yeah, I'm pretty sure we had a solution for that. Ugh. do these pages work? One, two... I don't know. If I go... But it hasn't given me anywhere where I can interact with the wall. I don't have anything where I can grip glass without getting cut. I don't have anything to give me a rubber band-like substance to make a slingshot out of the twig, which I'm assuming the rock is supposed to be for as well. And I don't have any way of making string except for that spider. I don't know. If I had clay, if I had anything that I could take an impression of these with, that would be one thing. Where was the spider at? Is it here? I mean, I like the candles lit, but...
The creature stared at the large hand for quite...
It most likely does. I just don't know what we're on about in general. Okay, so... there are more faces. But I can't interact with them, so what's the point? Nothing I have seems to work on anything that I know about. So I either have to discover something new,
The torch had been...
Oh, I can close that back off. That's interesting.